Thank you for watching. I have that. Today the lady who says Mr. Ishikawayyumi in Japan. By delivering it in tsuitta, a condition has to become argument, and it's in this talk. Manners are exploitation from a man, and I'm insisting that a man makes it compulsory. That it's forced about this matter. First, what kind of definition? What it is, and why will that be male responsibility? I'd like to include refutation and talk. There is several insistence of a girlfriend. I wouldn't like to send the lady on whom adult video is appearing first. It's compulsion that exposure increases by the job category as the gravure again. That female labor puts on pumps, it's forced insistence. It's being done. The will I don't want to send her to which thoroughly says compulsion. I'm speaking and behaving, has not she received a reward? When the one as forced labor is checked, its reward less and is to offer labor. It's said that they hit that, but she claims a reward by a trial. I don't sue. In other words, a reward has been received. In other words, it's recognized the compulsion which is generally considered. It came off a definition. There is a military comfort woman problem with talk really akin to this in Japan. But a reward has been received in the one which is forced labor, and if it's compulsion, Korean insistence isn't transferred to being proved. But the Harvard Law School professor Willis Eugene Lamb Jr. year that by which that also cries with fact of compulsion taking first for a family as a prostitute. I conclude to have come. In Korea, this conclusion is dissatisfaction. A professor was being blamed, but I'm not disproving it academically. It's left to feeling. Personal criticism is repeated and proving is argued very much. It can't be said a method. About academic insistence, at least. On the other hand, it is a result of the study and it should be proved. But that, Korea the side isn't being done at all. While Japanese soldiers' reward in those days was about 7 yen. This prostitute could have 200 yen in her hand right now. Even if it was judged from such thing, an expensive reward had been received. Facts can be found here and there at various places. Japanese government funds have been taken out in compensation and Korean development over Re3 up to now. Because the Korean government also did defalcation the money over which I should spread primarily. It's fact that I'm not permeating and am still protesting this laborer. In fact, the Korean behavior done by the Vietnam War is a criminal act. It'll be done, and it should be cross-examined. Korea isn't doing the compensation at all. Unfortunate. My husband takes labor for my wife, and it's different, it isn't concerned. There is also a case which is being done for payment of the compensation betrayed severely. It may be against its will in such case certainly. Compulsion and society shouldn't catch this. A Japanese woman is really excellent. When you can pay the bill of its degree, responsibility should be fulfilled on a different way. Next she, in an appearance of adult video, talk, I'm referring. Such person would be in the inside certainly, too. But for example a good case. When one acted unfaithfully, and still a lady was in trouble about payment by a full-time housewife for payment of the compensation. There is a person engaged in labor of such manners. But one invited to that originally. I borrow money, but please sell a baby sponge cake. I'm planning for recovery. I'm going to conquer failure to work. Infidelity is done. Its choice means, it's Edan, a lady. It's definitive by using a word as compulsion. For a man, oneself they may want to put the blame on a man. A demand of the pumps she says is also the one of the TV news. A male president is a suit often. By an ordinary office worker. A suit is demanded. A lady is even well by plain clothes. When saying more, close clipping is daily life formally for a male athletic club. I can't think in now, even to drink water, a lady, a water canteen. It had been strengthened, but a man doesn't even permit drinking water. There was also a fact. After all, work isn't the job category one desired. There are a lot of facts and there should be almost a lot of unpleasant things. Please scatter that in case of a man and assert the rights. What will it be on earth? She's is a performing artist. I'm saying that I have begun to be engaged by the admiration which is so. In other words, such lady was made a weapon. Please recognize that an expression is that it can be in the work. Such lady was made a weapon. Please recognize that an expression is that it can be in the work. I should be engaged. In the back of the work where everything is showy there should be sometimes a thing I don't want to do. Why does that say a man is forcing it? It'll be logic. The labor which isn't reward less. If it's compulsion, why will it become offensive for a man? When I behave myself like a spoiled child, Do you think you asked me request? It's said that there is a word from which the child who cries can get a candy in Korean. Indeed, Japanese woman's disgraceful behavior resembles such thought. How does everybody seem? Next time, a Japanese lady. I'll make a man pay the scholarship in marriage. It's about the lady who does. Please take care of channel registration.